is a bop.
Well, this month, visionaries from across the region will gather in Fayetteville for the Urban Land Institute Northwest Arkansas's Place Summit. It's 3 days of innovation, inspiration, and ideas shaping the future of our communities. And we've got Megan and Morgan joining us with more. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So first, can you just tell us about the Urban Land Institute of Northwest Arkansas and kind of the work that you guys do?
Yeah. So the Urban Land Institute is actually a global organization, been around nearly 90 years at this point. And it's really, our mission is shaping the future of the built environment to make a transformative impact for the communities that we live in. So the layman's way of saying that is we bring together the experts in our area that are building the communities that we live in. So anything from active transportation, trails, roads, housing, commercial real estate, all of those that are either working in those professions on a day-to-day basis or community leaders that are helping make the decisions of what gets built and where.
Okay.
Yeah. And you got the Place Summit coming up. I imagine some of those people are going to be involved in that. What do we need to know about the summit?
Exactly. So it's a 3-day summit happening November 12th, 13th, and 14th at the Town Center here in Fayetteville. And it's going to be a mix of educational sessions, keynotes. We have anything from Dr. Greg Colburn, who wrote a book on homelessness as a housing problem, who's going to get in the data research of some of those issues, to fun, pure networking with the leaders in our communities, from elected officials to the builders and architects and planners that are helping make these projects and built environment happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
amazing.
and I mean, you kind of mentioned a few things, but what is that kind of lineup? It's a 3-day thing. What's that kind of schedule like? I'm sure there's a schedule online or something.
Yeah, I'm happy to jump in. On the 12th, we're going to have a really incredible session led by Regina Buono with the Environmental Law Institute, as well as Dave Woods with a little organization called Ozark Underground Lab that's also international. They're going to talk about the social, physical, legal frameworks for nature-based solutions. So what those might look like, because that's a lot of words, is recreation areas that are preserved in our floodplains rather than developing homes or something there that could get in the floodway. And then we're going to have an amazing placemaking moment with Pint Night, Pack Rat Pint Night, to benefit IRWP. So I work for the Illinois River Watershed Partnership, and we're a nonprofit that's been around 20 years. We're some of those people out in the community helping to shape what's built as well.
Yeah, certainly do great work. So who would you say that this summit is for? Who is your audience that should come out and think about participating?
Yeah, for sure, if you're a professional in any of the engineering firms, we're going to have a conversation, a real hard conversation around the wastewater infrastructure challenges that we're having as well.
Okay.
Northwest Arkansas Regional Planning just announced that they are doing a regional wastewater infrastructure plan with a group that's doing that. Hawkins Weir is going to be leading a workshop and kind of gathering information. So from engineering to planners to developers, architects, or community activists that just really care about the decisions that are being made and want to have a contribution and have their voice heard. For anybody and everybody.
We basically have 3 buckets that we put our topics into: housing, transportation, and infrastructure. So anyone who's working in housing, whether you're managing an apartment complex to building homes, we want people at the table.
That's a really great way to break it down. How would you, why do you think it's important to host these types of events?
Yeah. So ULI prides itself on being the platform for all of these disciplines to come together in one place. So you have architects have their specialties and their organizations and events that they're a part of. Same with developers, builders, sustainability experts. We provide a platform for all of them to come together and share their expertise in one setting. So they'll get to share their learnings with each other, ask questions to other disciplines, and then hopefully have takeaways from those conversations to apply into their professions on a day-to-day basis.
Are there links to tickets over on your website?
Absolutely. If you go to placesummit.uli.org, we have registrations open through the event, so you can buy a day of pass. Yes. Go ahead and get there early now, though, if you can. So,
Sure. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Have a great
Appreciate
event.
it.
Yeah, for sure.